as this spiritually supersize and grow your business. You're probably asking yourself, Sharon, what on earth are you wearing? It's a fuzzy little jacket and coat. It was a gift from my sister, and it has a little bit to do with today's topic, and that's why I chose to wear it. I've never really found an occasion to wear it. I love it because my sister gave it to me as a gift, but where do you wear a fuzzy pink gorilla looking jacket? Hard to find a spot. Anyway, I think I'm going to give it to my youngest sister because it's her favorite color, and she loves it, and she said, well, I will wear it. I will find a place to wear it. And she'll probably just wear it around the house like I will today. Anyway, what does it have to do with anything? And our topic today is ask this question. Ask this one question to help you supersize, get more aligned spiritually, and grow and build your business. Why? Because it gives you a competitive advantage. Most organizations on the planet do not consider the spiritual aspects of their business or the spirit of their business, and it's so important because it attracts the people that you most are here to serve, that you most want to be doing business with, that you most like and love to do business with and share with. And it encompasses and helps us to understand why we do the things we do and why we think and believe the things that we do. And the question is, I learned this from Rika Zimmerman following my sudden cardiac arrest probably 15 years ago, maybe 14 years ago, when I was on my journey of unraveling that event, because we don't always understand why things happen to us, but then if we really dig deep and look into it and be a little more self-aware, we're like, oh, I see how all these things aligned to cause that event, to cause that thing to happen. We can do it with everything, including building and growing and supersizing our business. We can look at where we are right now and go back and realize the decisions and the choices that we've made that led us to that point. If we want something different in the future, we need to start making different decisions and choices right now to get a different result. So the question is, who does this or who does that belong to? When we think a thought, when we believe something, when we automatically respond in different ways, sometimes it's very powerful to stop ourselves and ask, well, why do I think that? Why do I feel that? Why do I believe that? Why are we making this decision? Who does that really belong to? And if we're just copying somebody else because that's what they're doing, it may or may not be the right choice or decision for us, but it might be the absolute wrong decision for us. This applies to every area and aspect of our life, not just spirituality, but whenever we come up against something that's kind of rubbing us the wrong way, we want to ask ourselves, how come this feels off to me? Who does that thought or belief that I'm having right now that's causing this conflict or this rub, who does that actually belong to? And often we will find, just like when we're parenting, if you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about, that the way we're responding and reacting and dealing with the current situation is the way someone else in our life used to deal with us. So we find that, and I'm finding this a lot with my granddaughter. My granddaughter is exactly, I suspect, like I was as a child. And the way my parents dealt with me, I find myself doing with my granddaughter. And it isn't really the way I want to react or respond. I don't want to squelch her little spirit. I want it to fly. But I have to ask myself and stop sometimes and say, okay, my voice is raised very loudly. Who does that belong to? I had an aunt who used to yell at her kids all the time. Drove me nuts. Hated it. Yet I find myself raising my voice to my granddaughters, especially when some safety concern is at bay or at play. So today, I'm going to keep it super simple. We're going to ask ourselves as we go about our day and we notice different thoughts, beliefs, feelings, and reactions to different things or decisions, who does that response that I'm having actually belong to? Am I really frustrated or angry about this? Or do I just feel like I should be frustrated or angry about this? Or am I just responding in a habitual way that isn't really serving me anymore because that's how somebody else responds or behaves? Lots of good questions today. I said ask a better question. The question is, who does that belong to? Because if it belongs to you and you want to own it and it's true for you today, right now, and you want it to be true for you in the future, by all means, respond that way. Do that. Keep that. But if it's something that you've just adopted through past experiences, habits, other people's beliefs, question that and say, is this really serving me and getting me the results I want? Will it get me the results I want 5 years from now? And if the answer is no, let it go and replace it with something that does align with what you're trying to create with your business and in the world to make the world a better place, of course. All right. Any questions? Hit me up and ask. I love this question. I ask it probably almost every single day when I remember to ask it. So I like to throw it into our annual challenge to make sure that I share it, because it's a great tool to help us to create the life that we want and be a better version of ourselves. And we all want to do that for ourselves, for the people that we serve in our businesses, and to supersize and grow our businesses as well. All right, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Not in my furry gorilla coat. Have a good day.